Tonight's game is produced by the IH Sports Network. No part of the audio or video from tonight's game may be redistributed or retransmitted without the express written consent of the IH Sports Network and Liberty Press Incorporated. The IH Sports Network's first commitment is to the student athletes of our community, their families, and their coaches. Find us online at ihsports.net.
High school football is on the air. The Oneida Indians, the Scott Highlanders, with Tim Smith, Rick Keaton, and their entire broadcast teams. This is Tennessee's most complete high school football coverage.
Sponsored by United Cumberland Bank, Scenic Foods, El Rey, Ray's Axe, South Fork Physical Therapy, Lumber King, Potter's Ace Hardware, Salvage LLC, and by title sponsor, First National Bank.
Produced by the IH Sports Network, Friday Night Football begins now.
Hello, Scott County. Welcome to Highlander Football for the final regular season game of the 2021 football season. This is a district or a region matchup, rather, against the Anderson County Mavericks. Well, what do we have in common? A lot. We used to be in the same region between 2001 and 2008. In that 8-year span, the Highlanders never able to beat the Anderson County Mavericks. We had some close games. 2003, one in 2005, and another one in 2006. The Anderson County Mavericks, they have been a very good playoff team. They've made it into playoffs and all the way to the sound the last 4 seasons. So that's what the Highlanders are up against tonight. This is the 51st season of Highlander football, and I should remind you that Highlanders here tonight in force. We've got Scott on our offensive stats. Woody's got our offensive stats. HL does the analysis, and I'm myself, Keaton, doing play-by-play. You can follow us tonight on the IH Sports Network. That is sports.net, where you can follow on Facebook and so forth. And maybe we're on WVNT tonight. I did not check. I forgot to check to see if we were actually on their broadcast schedule tonight. So it is a good evening of football coming your way. I'm in the press box, and I'm warm in here. Outside breeze, there's a mist in the air, and it has rained some since we got here at 5:30. Not hard, but just a steady little low zone. Senior night at Anderson County High School. Last week, we lost to our final score there was 56-18. But I think 4 of the touchdowns that Gatlinburg Pittman had last week came via the special teams, a block punt, kickoff returns. I mean, so that really set GP up very well in itself. Look forward tonight at quarterback as Bron. We'll see about his status come basketball season. The Highlanders are Coach Terry in his 4th season, Highlander Hound. He's also the 12th coach in Highlander, head coach, that is, in Highlander history. The Anderson County Mavericks, coached by Davey Gillum. In his 12th season, he came to Anderson County. He had, prior to that, just got out 4 years. The Mavericks are 4 wins, 5 losses overall. In Region 2, 4A, the Mavericks, 4 wins against no losses. The wins have been against Fulton, South Door, Carter, and Gibbs. Last week is a tough non-district loss to Bearden. 15 was the final score. And if you look at the season for Anderson County, it's about mid-season, 5th game, maybe, when their quarterback Martinez got hurt and not able to produce as much offense. And so they've struggled a little bit in being able to stay teams and being able to come out with victories there like that. For the region, we want to tell you the Highlanders are out of any type of playoff contention. But for the Anderson County Mavericks, irregardless of a win tonight or not, they are the number. They'll host Seymour here. The 2nd through the 4th seeds will hinge largely on the out of Carter game. The winner claim the number 2 berth in the region, and the losers off seeding may be swayed by the outcome of the Gibbs at South Door game. Both remain in the punt. If Carter loses to Fulton, the winner is third. If Fulton loses to Carter, Door defeats Gibbs, South Door is Fulton fourth. And if Gibbs defeats South Door, Gibbs is fourth, South Door is eliminated. So this tonight, not a big playoff game for the Anderson County Mavericks, but it's big for the Highlanders. And as we send off our seniors with a victory tonight in a region matchup. With that, let's go ahead and take you back to our WBNT studio, or not WBNT, our IH Sportsnet studios for this break.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place. Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back to our coverage of Highlander football as the Highlanders are on the road to take on the Anderson County Mavericks tonight. Right now, H, I want to swing it quickly over to your side of the table. Quick injury update, quick look from the coaches, and we'll get out of here, take another break, and then come back in our final sideline preview with Coach Terry after that.
The only real injuries that of any importance really tonight, I mean, any injury is important, but Phoenix Norris, he's out with his knee, and he's a senior, and his last 2 games he wasn't able to play. Brady Strunk also has a knee injury. I think he's supposed to get results from MRI tomorrow. Highlanders will still be operating out of a spread offense. We'll see powers, traps, some counter motions. We're going to see a lot of screens tonight, I think, and maybe some combo routes. And We'll see a few goals, try it, give the young quarterback a chance to throw the ball defensively. We're going to be in a 4-4 or 3-3. Linebackers are going to be active, and they're almost going to be lined up towards the running back. Combo coverage back on the back end in the secondary. Big light show going on over here. A lot of good fireworks. Anderson County, we're looking for them to be in either a 4-2, maybe a 4-3. Linebackers we'll just have to see what they do. The coverages are going to be a man free. Sometimes they'll sit in quarters. And it's the spread. And this is where ours came from. So we're going to see a lot of powers and traps and some sweeps. They run a lot of two-back and RPOs and screens and ins and outs and posts, double moves. They've got a good passing game, but they've got a freshman quarterback who's still up to now is really unproven and untested.
All right, H, thanks very much. Right now, we're going to take this 60-second break. This will be a 60-second break, and we'll go on the field with Coach Terry after these messages from tonight's sponsors.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
This is our sideline preview from Anderson County High School. I'm with Highlander head coach Josh Terry. Coach, thanks first of all for joining us all season long and the time you give to H and myself as we follow Highlander football.
Again, I thank you guys for everything that you do and have done. And consistency down through the years has been great, and I sure appreciate you guys.
Well, thank you. Sometime during our broadcast, I'll certainly mention all your seniors. I want to get them good recognition tonight on their final game.
Absolutely. They've been a tight-knit, tough group of guys, and you know, with that class, we've lost a few down through the years, and that group that's left over, man, they're leading a bunch of youngins, and they're doing it, making great examples for work ethic, examples for lifting up and doing things the right way for the sake of doing them the right way. And we're sure going to miss them, that's for sure.
You go up tonight against Davey Gillen, former head coach at Scott Highlanders.
Right.
12th season here in County.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are friends beyond the head coaches at Tennessee.
Right. Yeah, he was my old ball coach back at Scott High, and obviously I've got a lot of respect for not only his coaching ability, but what he coaches for, and what he stands for as far as the way he treats his kids, the way he teaches his kids. And you know, I think you know, obviously we go to the same church. There's a lot of respect there, but you know, it ain't about that. It's about our kids tonight, and we've got a good week of practice. Hopefully we can come out and have a good showing with it.
Coach, I want to get your final word tonight.
Well, you know, I hope this rain holds off. You know, it's certainly a traditional game that has quit being a thing for a long time. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of guys back and forth between both programs. And so in a way it feels weird, but in a way it also feels right. You know what I mean?
Coach, I'm going to let you get ready. The team's out to warm up, and we wish the Highlanders the best of luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
That's Highlander head coach Josh Terry. We'll be back for more pregame right after this.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's, country cooking and great steaks.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
We won, deferred, and
as I said, we won and we deferred, right?
And Anderson County wants football, and I it's easy to understand why. A little bit of work went into this last couple of days. See if a kicking unit can do a little bit better controlling such damage early in the game.
So Highlanders will be kicking left to right as you look at your radio or television dial right now. Hugo Henry will kick off for the Highlanders. Highlanders in their white jerseys, new pants. Anderson County in their navy blue jerseys with the white numerals and white pants. They've got a couple of guys. They're having to reset the game clock here. Anderson County with a couple of players deep. They'll stand inside the Maverick 10-yard line.
5-2-2-2.
And here's Hugo. Kicks the ball. Soft left field yard line, trying to run to the left side. Looking for some running room. The Highlanders push and bounce out about the yard line. For the Highlanders, it's our series on defense. Anderson County line of scrimmage. Johnny Miller, number 9. Said number 9. It's number 2.
Yeah.
At quarterback. I got the name right. I just don't have the number right. Number 2. At quarterback. They'll have 2 to the right. They'll stack our numbers, and they've got one receiver coming back to the receiver to our side of the field. Is Walter Martinez.
Quick screen.
Slip screen goes outside, has a blocker in front, running yards up the Highlander sideline, and that'll be enough for a first down as it's a gain of 12. So for the Mavericks, they start first and 10.
Quick pass out there, just a little wide receiver screen. One of our Highlander defenders did slip, so he was a little late getting into the action.
First and 10 now for Anderson County. 2 backs in the backfield, a lead back on the left side, a back on the right-hand side of the quarterback, Miller. The handoff into the middle of the field. Has some running room at the 30, at the Highlander 25, now at the Highlander 20, taken down at the Highlander 18-yard line. The ball carrier, Gavin No comes into the night for Anderson County with 1,137 rushing yards and 12 rushing touchdowns. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Anderson County runs the play. The handoff and trying to find some room out to the left. The Highlanders will shut it down after a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's every bit of 6, I believe, brother. Yeah, maybe a long 6, short 7. Let's just call it 7.
At the Highlander 12-yard line. AC now has a second down and a long 3, we'll say. Miller at quarterback, in the backfield with him, Gavin No, number 25. Zach Shannon, number 30. Tate Russell, number 1, and number 7, Eli Braden. You'll see it running backs or wing backs. No went up to say something to the up back. Off to him off the right side. Ran out of an arm tackle and then caught about the 10-yard line, taken down there. He'll be 2 yards short of a first down. It will be for the AC Mavericks, 3rd down now and 2.
Will Russ in on that tackle there.
Miller from the shotgun. He's got trips out to the right side. Does a check to the sideline. Play clock at 18 seconds, still plenty of time. Miller has no to his right. Quick
screen.
Pass outside.
Oh.
And the Highlanders had a chance to make a tackle. Could not make the tackle out there as he got out of the hands of Will Young. That'll be number 30, Zach Shannon, for a 12-yard touchdown. I'm sorry, 10-yard touchdown run.
It was a quick screen out there, Rick, and like you said, Will had a good head start at him, but last second dodge, Will missed. They're in the end zone. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Let's see, they've got their kicker on the field, and I can't keep up my papers.
Is that Zeke out there?
No, that's
The
87.
kick is up, and that is good. So the Anderson County Mavericks have the early 7-0 lead over our visiting Scott Highlanders. Again, it's AC 7, our Scott Highlanders 0. We'll return after this message for the ensuing Maverick kickoff.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's, country cooking and great steaks. Great steaks.
Back at Anderson County High School, we're now ready for the Anderson County kickoff. They struck first in this game. It only took about 2 minutes from the start of the game to their touchdown score.
1 second short of 2 minutes.
Highlanders will have, Highlanders will have Rylan Griffith deep, standing inside our 5-yard line.
Look out over there, Will Young.
Kick up, and it sails down the near side. It's going to skip at the 5 into the end zone, and the Highlanders on the touchback will start at our own yard line. For the Highlanders, as we come out to take the field, at quarterback's number 5 tonight, that's Luke Bowling. The wide receivers will be Rylan Griffith, number 9, out and play the number 10. We'll also split out wide. Number 4 for the Highlanders, Hugo Henry. We'll go one receiver to the right. That looks like, so that puts Whaley on the left.
No, on the right, I think.
Okay. Dropping back. Bowling throws a pass. It gets it to Will Young. It turns up across the 20, breaks a tackle across the 30, has a first down, the 35, running room across the 40, out to the 42 or 43-yard line. The ball came out at the end of the run, and we're waiting on the officials to give us an indication.
I think by Anderson County's action, they got the ball back.
Yeah, they do have. They do have. Took the officials a long time to signal that, but nice run anyway to open the game for the Highlanders. Unfortunately, we turned it over and cannot do that.
They have the ball on their plus 43-yard line.
First and 10 for the Mavericks. They'll send trips to the left, wide side, closest to us. One receiver over in front of the high stack with the outside backers faking that they're going to blitz. Now, Anderson County, they'll do a check to the sideline. Miller, the quarterback, has the running back to his left, turns, swings the pass outside, and the receiver either didn't see it or, I don't know, they were running a screen to this side, the trip side.
A little mix-up.
Yeah.
Anyway, you go about a little mix-up. It was covered really by Will Young.
Second down and 10 for Anderson County. 9 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Highlanders 0, Anderson County 7. The sideline, they get a check over here. Looks like Williams maybe seeing the play in there, maybe Coach Gillum to the line.
Yeah.
The toss pitch coming to the left side, played well by the Highlanders. We get out there with the white shirts and hold that. Actually, it's going to be a loss of 1, I think. Back to the Highlander 44-yard line. It's 3rd down and 11. This time, the Mavericks will send 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. No stays in the backfield, to the left and behind quarterback Cody Miller in the shotgun. Up front, Workman, Sexton, May, and Bradshaw on the offensive line for Anderson County. The fight off to know a little pass up the sideline is going to be back deep in. Riley Griffith playing it almost for the interception there. It's a complete pass, 4th down. And it's 4th and go time here for Anderson County opposition.
Yeah, 2-4 for a field goal. Don't necessarily want to punt it away. A lot of confidence in your offensive unit.
Coach Gillum came off press box tonight. He told me he'd been up there for a couple of games. He's going to come down on the field tonight, so he's down there along with Coach Williams as they signal to play into the team. Coach Russ Gillum is the line coach. He signals the line.
The line blocking, yes, he does.
Comes back to the left, pulls the ball down, has to run with it. Coming to the near sideline, and the Highlanders will hope there's a flag that comes down. And it may be on downs for the Highlanders. They're going to call holding against Anderson County. In that particular case, the Highlanders will decline and take over. Wait on the spot, and it's going to be at the Highlander 41-yard line. So we get back up. This is about where Young fumbled it a while ago.
It is almost to the spot.
Highlanders coached by Josh Terry. The defensive coordinators, Brad Stevens. The other coaches are Keith Shannon and John Fletcher. Luke Bowen from the shotgun hands it off Young into the middle of the field. He's going to pound down after a gain of about 1.
Yeah, Will's putting the head down. I won't say dropping the head, but he's putting it down, getting an extra yard there.
A remarkable story. Woody and I, if I think about it at halftime, may talk about his ACL surgery in May, and he got cleared on October 1st for contact football, folks.
Yeah, he missed a little bit of the season, but came into it in great shape.
We go trips wide left, 1 receiver back to the right. Bowling handoff, and that's to Young. Young fighting, and he'll clear, looks like the 44-yard line. So we'll give him 2 more yards on that. For that, will now bring up 3rd down and about 7 to go. 8 minutes. Remaining quarter play. It's Anderson County 7, our Scott Highlanders 0, but the Highlanders have the ball on 3rd down. We'll see what not only coach but offensive coordinator Josh Terry sends into his team. We go trips left once again. 1 receiver to the right. And you're right. That's Colton Newport side is the wide out. Bowling wants to throw the ball into it. Pass is complete. And that was awful close to a 1st down. Where the guy across the way is spotting it.
Well, both sides are giving it.
Out and Bailey on the catch. And it will be a 1st down and a First National Bank 1st down. Highlanders inside Anderson County territory at the AC 48-yard line.
Good time to throw the ball, and that's one thing that we need. You got a young, you want him to have a chance to throw the ball.
As a Highlander to the line of scrimmage, again, we'll keep the 3 receivers left. That's toward the Highlander sideline. Ball's right in the middle of the field, and Newport the receiver on the right side. A handoff caught behind the line. He's broke the tackle.
Good effort. Good
pass the line of scrimmage and take it down at the AC 45. That'll be a gain of 3 yards. Remember, 2nd down 7 Highlanders. Highlanders doing that sort of to this, and they've done it most of the year.
Yeah,
they're really not in a huddle. Everybody can see Coach Terry.
Systems we've had in a while, I think.
Ball's on the far hash, short side of the field next to the Highlander bench. We go trips right, one receiver back to the left. Bolin stays in the shotgun. He sends everybody out in a pattern. Little quick pass. It comes to Cannon Van Hook. Has some running room, fighting for yardage down to about the 41-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And it's now 3rd down and 3 for the Highlanders. Up front for the Highlanders, see if I can set those guys where I can really see the numbers real good right now. Gavin Terry, Will Tucker,
Zane Henry.
On the, couldn't see the right side. We'll get them after this play. Jace Cloyd and Clayton Carroll. Go handoff. It goes to Van Hook. Stretches down to the 40-yard line.
It'll be close.
It's going to be 2 yards short. Yeah.
Sorry.
It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Highlanders. Will Young and Jacob Reese, the senior, they trot onto the field. So Highlanders on 4th down will attempt to pick up the 1st down, keep this possession alive. It started on our own 41-yard line after we held Anderson County Downs after they got the ball on a Highlander fumble. The back on the right side, that's Chase Cloyd now as Reese came in on the line for him. Handoff, that's ahead and driving for it. And nice stretch it out. Should be a 1st down by Will Young. Got to wait on the initial spot. And where I'm sitting at, and the officials already said that's a First National Bank and a Highlander 1st down. Our second 1st down on this possession. The ball just outside the Anderson County 38-yard line. 4 minutes, 45 seconds now left in the 1st quarter.
Okay, Jacob is in there.
Bowen waiting on the snap. The handoff to Young, tries to bounce outside, now cuts back, runs into defender for, looks like no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 Highlanders.
Yeah, a minute ago when I said Jace Cloyd was in there at the right guard, it may have been Jacob.
Well, the right guard, Jacob Reese came in. Cloyd was there. Remember,
Cloyd was there.
They brought that heavy package in.
On the 4th down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coach Newport wearing the number 6 tonight.
Yeah.
He's gone all over the place in terms of numbers, 42.
Well, he started to tackle. That was a 72, and then his 42 numbers in red, 86 in white.
Snap, rolling right. That's Bowling. Wants to throw the ball.
Oh,
dive
good
and the catch.
Catch. Good catch.
Pulling it in front of the AC, Rylan Griffith. And that is a 1st down for the Highlanders. Yes, they're moving the chains. The 3rd 1st down on this possession by our Highlanders. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the 1st quarter of play. Griffith, as a sophomore, does a good job controlling his body. We see him in practice. He lays out for him in practice.
Oh, yeah. Got a great set of hands on him. He catch about anything.
Now Van Hook back in the backfield. The up back is Cloyd. Van Hook behind him. He follows Cloyd, looks for some running down to the 26-yard line. Big gain of about 1 yard, being up 2nd and 9 Highlanders.
In the 1st quarter, the clock's down to 3 minutes to go. And, yeah, I fudged a few seconds.
Oh, it's just gone under 3 minutes, so you were right on top of it there.
And, I don't know if I look straight ahead. I can sit on the Jumbotron over there.
That's me. I've been looking at the scoreboard, and I knew it was on the Jumbotron. So
that's bigger on the scoreboard.
Right. Highlanders have 2 receivers to the right. We've also got a tight end right. The handoff that is bouncing off of a tackler. Fighting for yardage will get to the 25-yard line. So that's 1 more yard. 3rd down and 8 Highlanders. Now on 3rd down, Anderson County, they substitute some of their bigger defensive linemen to get a little more speed rush on the field.
Yeah, able to evade blockers just a little better.
Highlanders will send trips to the left side. We'll also have 1 receiver that'll be Newport to the right. Young back on the field in the backfield. Rolling with the snap. Rolling to the left. wants to throw the ball on an out pattern to the sideline. And
a little too far out there.
Just could not stretch where it was Griffith. It'll be 4th down, Highlanders, 4th and 8 to go. And before you wonder, the high school football folks, and find a kicker that can bang them 45 yards is a little rare, but Coach Terry has made that decision.
And you
with
know what?
Hugo Henry. This
Hugo
would be
make them from there.
32. This will be a 42-yard field goal, so yes, he can
He's
make
got a little
it
bit of
from there.
wind working against him right now.
Waiting on the snap. Cotton puts the ball down on the kick, and I think it might have been blocked. It's going to be returned out of the end zone for Anderson County. That's why you put a returner back. I know as long as he's ran out of bounds on the return at the Anderson County 30-yard line. Like I said, I think it very well could have been partially blocked. It just never got any altitude to it, and that's the reason I say that. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. They'll have 2 receivers on each side of their line. Now the referee discussing something coming over to Gillum right now. And yeah, I just heard one guy say up here in the press box that once it crosses the plane, you cannot return it.
May be true since you can't take a kick out of the end zone.
But if that's at the 20-yard line, though, and that's what they are going to do. So Anderson County from their 20-yard line. Well, that's the difference in high school, college, professional football. Now doing a check to the Anderson County sideline, they still say that wind's right. One running back no to the left of Cody Miller. Miller looking to the left. Pass over the middle is incomplete. And off the hands of Zach Shannon.
Yep.
Second County.
I think the ball kind of bounced off. He just wasn't able to react to it.
That leaves 1 minute 20 seconds in the first quarter of play. Anderson County 7, Highlander 0. AC will keep Twins left, Twins right. Doing a check to the sideline, getting the final play. The snap, looking outside. Quick pass comes outside. The completion is good across the 30 and then pulled out of bounds at about 33-yard line. The tackle that time by the Highlanders, the reception by Walter Martinez. First and 10 now for Anderson County. Quick pass, a little hitch on the right side, and that'll be another first down as the Highlanders the tackle after the receiver crosses the 5-yard. So Miller passes yards after the catch has led Anderson County to 2 straight first down.
Anderson County's getting a little bit of pace now.
Looking to throw the ball out left now. Miller pulls the ball down, stepped out of a tackle. Yardage maybe pick up 9 yards in Highlander. Yeah. It'll be 2nd and 1 now for Anderson. They come to the line quickly. They have trips to the left, one receiver over on the right side. No stays in the backfield, lining up behind into the left quarterback. Check one more time.
Now, one or two of the Highlanders just so they can pick up anything that may be coming. I think it will happen.
Snap has it now. It's off to no has a breaks past the linebackers into the secondary at the 20, at the 10, at the 5, into the touchdown run. Had to cover 46 yards.
Pretty good hole at the line of scrimmage. He evaded linebacker, got foot race, which he won from about the 30-yard line on in. Time in the first quarter during that play. Anderson County has a 13-point lead right now, and their place kicker is on the field for his kick, or the point after him.
Again, that's number 7 with the point after kick, and that one and good. So Valero converts point after kick, and the Mavericks now have a 14-0 lead. We'll step aside. We'll take this commercial break and be back with the Anderson County kick to our Highlanders after this message.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net. Page.net.
Welcome back to Annie High School. Gavin Knowles scores on a 46-yard run, and during that run, time expired in the first quarter of play. So we'll change ends as the Highlanders will be receiving the kick from Anderson County. Now Highlanders moving right to left as you would look at your television or at your radio dial, per se. Rylan Griffith dropping deep to return the kick for the Highlanders. On the kickoff will be Chris Nelson, number 13. Highlanders have 2 returners in front of Griffith, standing just inside the 15-yard line. The approach in this kick goes down the hash marks. It's going to bounce, fielded by Griffith at the 4-yard line. Across the 10, cuts back to the right side, and then pounded hard as he makes the 15-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders at our 15-yard line.
Yeah, I guess I'm just used to if a guy kicks from one hash, he kicks across the field. He kicks down that. Hey, we got a doggy on the field. He brings the tee in and out, I guess.
Yes, he does.
I like that.
I used to know his name.
I'd like to have a dog sometime who could just bring a ball back to me,
I know. It'll be Highlanders 1st and 10. We're just underway. Second quarter of play. Anderson County 14, Highlanders 0. Highlanders will send trips to the wide side of the field, coming to the Anderson County bench. The ball on the far hash. Bolin wants to throw the ball over the middle, and the pass is incomplete right there. And I would say I thought the defender was on his back, but
it was touched up front, I believe, by defensive player.
Okay. I was just really watching bowling. I don't know that. I think I probably lost the ball. I guess I'm of the old-fashioned school, and for night games, I still like that white ring around the nose of the football.
Yeah.
The Highlanders will have 2 receivers on the right.
Got a little bit of linebacker action.
Up back on the right side. Yep. And, hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That looked like it might have been Van Hook there. I think it was. Yes, Van Hook. That'll be a loss of 3 yards. It's 3rd down 13 for the Highlanders. Third down upcoming for the Highlanders. We'll see what play Coach Terry wants to run now. He'll send trips to the left. That's wide side, closest to us. On the far side, I'm assuming that's Newport over there once again.
Yeah.
Standing defensive line.
Big rush.
Here comes a screen pass. It's complete to Rylan Griffith coming down the line of scrimmage. He's tackling immediately at the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of 2, bringing up now 4th down for the Highlanders.
And you know what? This is another one of the special team problems that we've had. And it looks like we're going to try to go with Hugo Henry. And this was going to be a rugby-style kick.
Hugo drops back into punt formation. Anderson County has one returner back at the Highlander 40-yard line. First time Hugo has punted this season. Low snap. Has to go down. He's going to have to.
Don't drop the ball.
It rolls out of the back of the end zone, so it'll be a safety for the Anderson County Mavericks. Is a low snap, bounced at about Hugo's feet and went out of bounds. So it'll be a safety for the Anderson County Mavericks, and the Highlanders will have to tee it up to kick it off to Anderson County. Trying to figure out how I want to write that down, I guess, as a fumbled punt snap.
Bad snap.
So now the Anderson County Mavericks, they've extended their lead over the Highlanders. It's now Anderson County 16, Highlander 0.
10:24 to go in the second quarter of the ball game.
The only good part about that is we get the ball back, but we'll have to start moving the ball like we did on our second possession. And now we started at our 41-yard line, ended in a missed field goal.
We've got to kick the ball to them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We've got to kick the ball
Lost
to
my
them
head
from
on that
the
one.
20. From the 20.
So it'll be Henry to tee it up.
Yeah.
To kick it away to Anderson County.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first safety we've seen in a couple of years, I think. Now the Highlanders getting their 11th person out on the field. 10:24 to go in the first half of play. Anderson County 16, Highlander 0. Henry, a little pooch kick. It's going to be picked up at the 46-yard line by Anderson County, trying to find some running room, but the white shirts will push him back. That was Zach Shannon on the return for Anderson County. So for the second time in the first half, Anderson County starts in Highlander territory. Looks like they'll start at the Highlander 41-yard line.
Yeah, plus 41. Good field position when you're a good offensive team like Anderson County.
As the Mavericks come to the line of scrimmage, they'll have twins to the right, one receiver back to the left, up back on the right side, running back No, lining up behind that back, and quarterback Cody Miller from the shotgun. The snap to No. No looks for running room, and it takes a passel of white-shirted Highlanders to make the tackle after No picks up about 6 yards to the Highlander 35-yard line.
Going in there with a good lead block right there, Rick. Just power football.
Anderson County looking over the Highlander defense. Again, twins right.
Now.
The handoff, and that's No again. Stepped out of a tackle, fighting for yardage. He'll pick up about 3 yards, bringing up now 4th and 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be about 1 yard. A skinny yard at that.
Even though it's just third down, over at the chain gang, whoever's in charge of the down mark over there, flipped it over just as soon as the last play started. So it is 3rd down and 1 for Anderson County. 3rd and 1. Clock continues to run with 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Miller, the quarterback.
Play clock under 10.
2 up backs and a running back to the left. Nope, it's not Miller. Trying to run with it. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, and Adrian Stanley, the second person there for the Highlanders to make the stop. On the carry there, that was number 24, Anthony White, senior running back for Anderson
Floyd
County.
Was in on that tackle.
Yes, I said Stanley, and he's not on the field, so it had to have been Jace Cloyd then.
Yeah.
Jace Cloyd, Clayton Carroll won.
Going for it on 4th down.
4th and 4 for Anderson County. On the field now at quarterback is number 18, Nick Moog. And he'll carry himself on a Wildcat package. Running room on the right side. Dives forward down inside the 32 to the 20. inside the 27 to the 25-yard line, and that's a first down for Anderson County. Shouldn't be surprised. Luke sometimes is a ball carrier. He leads the Anderson County Mavericks in tackles with 73 tackles on the season. He plays defensively. Still a quarterback. It's Anthony White. Looks like they may be running this Wildcat package again.
Yeah.
And that's White on the carry. Cuts back against the grain. Pass the backers. Pulled down by the secondary. It took two Highlanders to bring him down inside the 5. Looks like they'll spot him right at the 5-yard line.
20 more yards.
Maybe Will Young and Will Russ teaming up to make that tackle there. It's first down and goal. First and goal. Highlander 5-yard line. HC to the line of scrimmage. And they come and snap the ball. Highlanders say the ball came out, and the officials will agree with that. So on the fumble, the Highlanders will have possession of the ball, even though we'll start at our own 3-yard line. It's better to have the ball than being on the other side of that. First and 10 now, Highlanders. Deep in our own territory, 7 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first half of play. Trying to take this drive, we'll have to go all the way and see if we can put 7 points on the scoreboard. Luke Bolin, a quarterback, in the backfield to his right, and slightly behind him is Will Young.
We've
got two receivers to the right. The handoff, boom, and there's another safety. As Anderson County, they sent the house.
Blew it up.
There was 9 blue shirts coming at the line of scrimmage, and we did not have a chance on that. Field position, and maybe just not anticipating that AC would bring the house, which they did.
Yeah, that's 7:28 in the first half of this ball game. Now that brings it up to 18-0 for the lead, Anderson County.
And once again, the Highlanders will be in a position where they have to kick off from our own 20-yard line. .28, 7 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the first half on this region matchup between our visiting Scott Highlanders and the home team Anderson County Mavericks, the number 1 seed coming out of Region 2 4A football. Now, Hugo Henry will kick again once for the Highlanders. Last time in this situation, he pooched it. What will he do now? He'll kick it deep. He'll drive the returners deep. It goes over the head, rolling back at the 35, picked up at the 19-yard line.
Keep your lanes.
Looking for running room into the middle of the field, and the Highlanders will catch up with him at about the 32-yard line. Will Young there on the tackle. The return, Eli Braden.
You know, that was surprisingly good for the kick and coverage on that.
First and 10 now for Anderson County. I think back on the field is Cody Miller, quarterback. It is. Pass comes to the outside and too tall and too wide for the receiver to catch. It's an incomplete pass, bringing up now second down. In the backfield with Miller is Gavin Noe, number 25. Looking to the sideline, Anderson County has the play. A little more than 7 minutes remaining now. They'll run a check to the sideline. They widen Noe out in the backfield. In motion through the backfield, they give it on a jet sweep, trying to run to the left. Some running room, a blocker out in front, and the Highlanders will catch up and I think hold it to a 9-yard gain.
He got a lot of half of that yardage was just pure determination, though.
Third down and 1. Third and 1 now for Anderson County. Anderson County at the line. They've got 2 receivers left, 2 right. Miller looking at the defense, turns, hands off, bobbled the ball,
Yep.
but picks up a first down.
down.
That was Gavin Noel, being he who bobbled the ball. It was not a clean exchange there. Out to the Anderson County 45-yard line where they have it 1st and 10. Each team with a fumble here in the first half. The Highlanders have allowed also two safeties to Anderson County.
Of all the weird things we saw this year, I think that's no, it's happened once before, yeah.
I started to say it's been a long time if I've ever seen it. Quick pass comes outside. It's complete. Looking for running room, picking his way through the Highlander secondary. Down to the Highlander 47-yard line. The reception was Garrison Terry, number 12, listed as a senior. Looking to the sideline, the Mavericks look at Coach Williams and Coach Gillum to signal the play in. Trips to the right, one receiver left, ball right in the middle of the field. Rolling right, this is Miller. Miller throws the ball up the sideline, and the receiver behind the Highlander defender, wide open, and the ball is short and outside. So,
yeah, they ran a little bit of a rub route over on the right side, and truthfully, the Highlanders didn't have anybody there to pick up that receiver.
Jacob Reese, Adrian Story, and for the Highlanders, Zane Henry on the defensive line. And there's one other guy, I think somebody else that just went down there. And the Highlanders are going to get there, and I think that's going to be short of a first down. Getting in there first, Clayton Carroll. And a little help with Adrian Stanley, and also to finish it up, Zane Henry.
Yeah.
It's 4th down and 1. See some bodies come back on the field for Anderson County, so they're going to go into that Wildcat package. This will be White.
Two big up backs.
To handle it's not White. It's Nick Moog to handle the snap from the shotgun. The running back in the backfield with him is Gavin Noe. They've got an up back to the left. They've got a wing back, a wide tackle. Now they move the two players over here. And did they – yeah, they ran out of time on the play clock.
They got a timeout call.
Anderson County took a timeout. So as they take a timeout, we'll join the teams during this break. 4 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first half of play. It's Anderson County 18, our visiting Highlanders 0. We'll return in 30 seconds.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for detail.
Welcome back to our coverage of Highlander football on the IH Sports Network. Highlander crew on hand, Scott Woody, HL, myself, Rick, bringing you Highlanders' last regular season matchup, this time at Anderson County High School. This is a region game, as both teams are now in 4A football in the state of Tennessee. The snap to the deep back, running with it. Has to run room, first down and more, finds the sideline inside the 30, the 20, the 10, and the touchdown run. That will cover 46 yards.
With 4:18 to go in the first half of this ball game, once again, Anderson County scores.
Nick Moog.
Lead right now is 24-0, and they spot the tee for the point after.
Anderson County trying to tack on what will be their third extra point kick tonight. This one up and good from here it is. So the Anderson County Mavericks, they continue to build their lead over the Highlanders. It is now 25-0. 25-0 with 4:18 to go in the first half of play. We'll take you back to our IHSN studio for this message and be back with the ensuing Anderson County kick.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Back to County High School, a long touch, I think, by Nick Moog out of the Wildcat package. It was actually 4th and 1, and he was able to break past the line of scrimmage, coming to the Anderson County sideline, and then all the way for the touchdown score. Once again, this is Chris Nelson. The ball on the far hash. Kicks it up the hash. It will be fielded by Riley Griffith at the 10-yard line. Griffith has a big opening into the middle of the field, cuts back to the right side, ran over his own player, and then taken down at about the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders at that point.
One thing about when you set this high above the field, I mean, up here we would have probably thought, yeah, cut to the left, but from where his vantage was to the right.
But where our vantage point, nothing but intercept 5 if you came on to the left. Yep. 1st and 10 Highlanders. We started our own 37-yard line. It's been 3 possessions now since our last first down, but also we did not have good field position, so we'll see what we can do with this better field position. The Wildcat for the Highlanders, this will be Will Young running with the ball, has a cutback outside. Falls down as he tries another lateral. It's a First National Bank first down for the Highlanders at the Highlander 48-yard line, about 11 yards.
That's what I said. The top of that golden arch tripped him up.
It looks like Young will stay on the field as that Wildcat quarterback. Hugo Henry, Rylan Griffith, the receivers to the left. Alton Whaley, the receivers split wide right. We have that back to the left side. The snap, Baz Young looks for running room, and there's whistles down on the field. Waiting on the read to say false start Highlanders. Our 2-3 guys say first penalty of the game.
Yeah. It's been a really, really clean.
Well, there was another penalty earlier that the Highlanders did not accept.
There was a delay.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a delay. They got a timeout.
There's one down here. We'll think of it there. First down and 15 for the Highlanders. Goes through Young's hands. Has to go back in, failed it, and could not. It also has the Anderson County defense will gobble up with about 3 blue shirts to recover the fumble at the Highlander 35-yard. So our second fumble of the first half.
3:02 to go in this first half.
From the 35-yard line, it's 1st and 10 Anderson County. They look to the sideline, getting a check this way. And the encroach against the Highlanders, it's going to be first down and 5 now for Anderson County. So we helped them with a fumble with 3:02 to go, and now we get yards on the penalty. That Wildcat situation in on the left side, fighting for running room and holding him up there. Clayton Carroll, good defense by Clayton. Anthony White to no game. Second down and 5. The linebacker spot?
Yeah, he has.
That's because of the loss of Phoenix Norris and Brady Strunk. But doing a good job for the Highlanders. 2 receivers to the left. They run a left receiver on, so they'll have twins to the right. Anderson County looking to the sideline, getting the play. that's Miller back on at quarterback. Can't see the number. He turns.
Yeah,
Little quick hot pass into the little slant at the 20-yard line, maybe. Be the 21-yard line is where they'll net. So that'll be a first down for Anderson County.
About a 9-yard pickup, getting them their first down. Under 2 minutes left in the first half.
Two receivers left and also twins to the right. Miller fakes it off, looks for a pass in flat. It's not the flat at the 5-yard line, and it's complete out there to Zach Shannon. Covers 21 yards. It's the third touchdown of the first half by the Anderson County Mavericks.
Minute 40 left to go before the halftime begins. Leads 31-0 right now. Mavericks looking for one more point out of this.
The kicker for Anderson County, once again, that's Josh Valero. Valero looks at the place, kicks it up, and that one wide left, no good.
He went left. Might have had a little bit of help with the wind.
We'll take this break after telling you our score. Highlanders 0, Anderson County 31. We'll return right after these.
There was
a flag.
There may be a re-kick here. Let's see.
There is a re-kick. The penalty was against Anderson County, so they false start against them, so they'll retry. This is a 25-yard extra point kick by Valero. The placement this time, Valero's kick, low and to the left, no good. It is still a 31-0 lead for Anderson County. We'll step aside for this break and be back with the ensuing AC kickoff.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's, country cooking and great steaks.
Back in Anderson County High School, the Mavericks teeing it up to kick once again to the Highlanders. They tee it up on the far hash, and pretty much they've kicked it down the hash marks on each one of the kickoffs.
And I guess what surprised me on that is they have less people on that side. But that gives probably a good coverage just to sweep in.
9, Riley Griffith standing back at the Highlander 4-yard line awaiting this kick. This one up on Nelson. Nelson drives it to the left. Griffith at the 9-yard line. Wants some blockers to be in front of him. Tries to shoot back there and gets out close to the 24-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Highlanders with a minute 31 seconds to go. First and 10 Highlanders, I think Coach Terry will be somewhat conservative right here. However, I must say that Anderson County, I think, still has two timeouts.
Yeah, Highlanders have 3.
Will Coach Gillum try to take those timeouts and get the ball back?
I don't think so.
It's 31-0. Anderson County with the lead with a minute 24. With a minute 31 to go in the first half.
You'll see them trying for the ball.
The handoff. That's Van Hook. Powers his way out across the 30 to the 33, 34-yard line.
Yeah.
It'll be short. Looks like they'll spot it at the 31-yard line. It's 2nd down and 1 for the Highlanders. We'll keep 2 receivers, Griffith and Whaley, to the right side of the Highlander formation. Stays in the backfield.
Clock is running.
Chloe the up to the right side. And Van Hook also lines up on the right-hand side of Bowling. This handoff to Van Hook, tries to feel his way ahead, and I think gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll still be 3rd down and 1 for the Highlanders. 3rd and 1. I'm going to say it's a long one for the Highlanders.
Yeah.
Clock running, 36 seconds now left in the first half.
Without a timeout, this will probably be the last play of the half.
Bowling does draw the defense offside. So violation of the neutral zone by Anderson County. It will give the Highlanders a first down via the penalty and a First National Bank first down. It does momentarily stop the clock. I think that the official has to wind it now. Yes, he does. And the Highlanders will have 22 seconds to try to get it run and play. Coach Jerry signaling the play in the sideline. And with 15 seconds, can we get to the line and actually run the play? Bowling stays in the shotgun. Tries to draw him off again, doesn't. A handoff, that's to Van Hook across the 40. And shut back from there. It out to the 41-yard line. So 1, 2, 3-yard gain by Cannon Van Hook. Right ahead of the halftime horn as the Highlanders and the Mavericks will go to the dressing room right now at halftime. Anderson County with a quite comfortable lead over our visiting Highlanders, 31-0. Stay tuned. Coming up during your Highlander halftime, we'll have a recap of the scoring. We'll have our stats. We'll go on the field to visit with Coach Terry prior to the start of the third quarter and more when we return to Anderson County High School. But first, this extended break for these messages from tonight's sponsors of high school football on the Independent Herald Sports Network.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Welcome back to our coverage of Highlander football on the IH Sports Network. This is the final regular season game for the Highlanders. It just so happens it turns out to be a reach up against Anderson County Mavericks as the Highlander Band is down on the field performing the Highlander Marching Band. We're sorry this year, and we'll do better next year. We'll try to give you an occasional listen to the Highlander Marching Band. Just sometimes where we're at, and press boxes where we're at, and we just cannot be able to really be able to get some of the things in that we want to get in through the course of the season. But here at halftime, we're going to talk about the first half scoring summary. We're also going to have Woody in here with stats. But before I do any of that, I want to recognize the 2021 Highlanders seniors on the football team. They include Zane Henry, who's been on the team for 4 years. He's the son of Kendra Lee of Oneida. Phoenix Norris, who has missed the last 2 games because of a leg injury. Phoenix has been a 4-year member of the football team, the son of John and Michelle Norris. He's also been a member of the Highlander football team for 4 years, son of Gabe and Beth Reese of Robbins. Skylar Smith has been a member of the high school football team for 3 years. He's the son of Dean Smith and Christy Smith of Oneida. Gavin Terry, Gavin with an E, has been a member of the Highlander football team for 2 years. He's the son of Debbie Terry and Wade Terry of Helenwood. Cole Tucker has been a member of the football team for 4 years. During this time, he was awarded the 2020 All-Region Honorable Mention. He's the son of Greg and Crystal Lettner of Oneida. And Cannon Van Hook has been a member of the Highlander football team all 4 years. He was accompanied this year during the senior night ceremonies by his brother Kobe and sister-in-law Sarah Van Hook. So just wanted to recognize those seniors in case something happened later on this evening. I didn't get a chance to recognize them. I wanted to be able to recognize those young men who have put in anywhere from 2 to 4 years at the Highlander football program. And those seniors have had to lead by a certain example as our roster not big, 34, 35 kids most of the year, and they have done an outstanding job providing that senior leadership. Let's take a look at the individual scoring summary first, and then we'll get to Woody with our first half stats. The first score of the game came with 10 minutes, 1 second remaining as Cody Miller tosses a 10-yard swing pass to Zach Shannon, and the Josh Valero point after kick was good, giving the Mavericks a 7-0 lead. Then, as time expired in the first quarter, Gavin Noe had broke free on a 46-yard touchdown run. The Valero point after kick made it 14-0 after 1 from Anderson County. Into the second quarter of play, the Highlanders on that ensuing possession could not pick up a first down. We had to punt the ball. We fumbled the snap in the end zone. It went out of the back of the end zone for an Anderson County touchback. It was 16-0 at that point. Then with 7:28 to go in the first half, the Highlander offense was hit behind the goal line. This time another safety for Anderson County. They're leading 18-0. We moved in deeper into the second quarter with 4:18 remaining. Nick Moog breaks free on a 41-yard touchdown run. The Valero point after kick was good, and the Mavericks had a 25-0 lead over the Highlanders. And then with just 1 minute 40 seconds to go in the first half, Cody Miller tosses a 21-yard scoring pass to Zach Shannon. The Valero point after was no good. It was short and to the left. And we went to halftime with a 31-0 score. It's Anderson County 31 and our Highlanders 0. Let's take this break, if you would, please, Greg. It's going to be a long halftime. So let's take another 2-minute break, please. Another 2-minute break, and we'll be back here, and Woody will look at the first half stats. We've got all that coming your way right after these messages.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice: Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net. Telepage.net.
As we come back to Anderson County High School halftime in this region matchup between our visiting Highlanders and the home team Mavericks, a game that the Anderson County Mavericks have well under control right now, Woody, as they lead 31-0. And we had one good drive, and I thought, man, we could do this all night long. But then we had those safeties, and that just – it's like last week up at Gatlinburg, and the kickoff returns and that block punt. Once the bad stuff happens, it just accumulates
real fast. And I've really never seen 2 safeties in a game. It's been many years since you see one, but unusual you see 2 safeties.
Yeah. And Ike said he remembered a game that we played in and we had 2, but I do not.
I do. I'd have to go back and look at the record books, but it's been many years.
Exactly. And like I just said, Highlanders had that second possession where, man, we were driving with the ball and then just let it stall out on us where we couldn't convert deep into AC territory.
In the other series that we did, we got it going good, and we fumbled it. Lost the fumble on that one too. So it's a couple of good drives we had going, just couldn't get nothing going. But the other one was a lot further than the first one was when we fumbled the ball.
Right. And we talk about that. We talk to everybody that covers football at every level talks about turnovers, and I mean we had the 2 fumbles, and then I guess safeties are not turnovers, even though one of them really was, but you've got to add that to what I call that turnover slate. Anyway.
Right, exactly. And it gets a good team, but it's hard to overcome.
It sure is. Oh, you go ahead then, and let's look at the first half stats for each team.
For Anderson County, Gavin had 9 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown. Cody Miller had 1 for 9. Anthony White had 4 for 19. Nick Moats had 2 for 56 and a touchdown. And Grayson Terry had 1 for 9. The rest of the ball 17 times, 186 yards. Miller was 5 out of 12, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, total offense of 271. Will Young had 7 carries for 17 yards. Kenan Van Hook had 7 carries for 12 yards. We rushed the ball 14 times, 29 yards. And Luke Bowden was 5 out of 7 for 43 yards, total offense of 72.
Injuries late in the year, that's forced a lot of changes from the Highlanders.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week, but it's forced personnel changes on our special teams coverage.
Right.
Not to mention what the offense and what the defense looks like out there on the field, but trying to find a punter. Of course, we hadn't had a punt tonight at all, but, trying to find a punter, but also trying to find people on the coverage and the return side of that. It has been difficult.
Yep. It's really created some big problems, but, that happens. But being as we are, it makes it really difficult when you don't have enough kids.
And for the Highlanders, it's sort of about, keeping your head up, having a little bit of pride, try to win that second half.
Yeah, that's what we've said the last few weeks, and when we've done a good job at that. So the kids give it all. I mean, they don't lay down and quit, and that's one good thing about it. And they give it all they have every play, because most of the kids are, what's on offense turns around and goes right on defense. So it makes a lot of difference.
It sure does. Hey, Greg's not expecting this, but Greg, let's take about a 90-second break right here, please, sir. We'll take a 90-second break and be back. Woody and I will talk more about what we think we'll see in the second half. And HL will visit with Coach Terry prior to the start of the second half. We'll get to all that and more when we return to Anderson County High School as the Mavericks lead our Highlanders tonight at halftime, 31-0.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Back at Anderson County High School, the AC Marching Band just completing their halftime performance now. As we mentioned, Woody and I are back here to talk about the second half for the Highlanders, and H will visit with Coach Terry prior to the start of the second half. And I'll try not to thank him again if he comes up in the post game, but I want to say a thank you to Coach Terry, Coach Stevens, Coach Shannon, and Coach Fletcher. H is, I think, at football practice 4 times a week. I'm not there hardly that much, but I'm there 2 or 3 times a week. And I'll tell you, it's nice to sit around with the coaches after a practice. They'll actually go in, and on the whiteboard, they'll actually show us what they want to do. They'll show us how they're drawing up their plays, blocking, route running, where they want the backs to run. And H watches film with them on Mondays. I mean, it's the relationship is very special, and we really appreciate the Highlander coaches for giving us so much time, and the patience that they have with us is something else. And you just have to see it, Woody. I mean, be out there during practice through the week, and there's H standing out there, and the offense is out on the field running their offense, and he's standing just 3 steps behind the offense, getting the play call, getting everything there like that. So it's not every coaching staff that would do that, and our special thanks to Coach Jeffers and the Highlander staff.
Definitely. I mean,
not Coach Jeffers, Coach Terry.
Coach Terry. I mean, we've been blessed with the coaches we've had out there. They give excellent time to, after the game, before the game. You all go out there. I don't get an opportunity to go. I used to back in the day, but I don't get to anymore. But we've been blessed by coaches we've had to allow us there, talk to and stuff, and that's good. That's great.
It's hard to develop that kind of relationship, but we've been able to do that. We had sort of that relationship with Coach Gillum, was the head coach for 4 years at Scott High from I think that was 2005 through 2009 maybe. So we had that relationship with him, and we've had that relationship with most. Back in the early years, there's 1 or 2 coaches I didn't have that relationship with. But they didn't come from Scott County. They didn't live in Scott County. They didn't stay in Scott County long. Yeah. So that was it. But I have enjoyed time and friendship with the coaching staff.
Yep.
Also, I just mentioned when I started halftime, our football seniors, they've had to be leaders this year. Some of them had to play out of position and then try to get the juniors and the softs and the freshmen to understand what's going on. We'll have a really solid core of juniors that will be seniors next year coming back on this football team, and I look forward to seeing them. And we may have one of the largest. I'm just speculating now, based on you've been telling me, one of the largest incoming freshman classes next year that we maybe have ever had.
That's great. I mean, we need them, and it's hopefully a good opportunity. We can get some JV games in.
Yep.
Hopefully, next year and stuff to get these kids more experience for Friday night. I mean, these kids did not have the opportunity to do, and they've had to step up and make big roles, and they've done a good job at it. To get that much, playing time is their younger freshman or sophomore. So, and so hopefully we get a bunch of JV games, and some of the kids might start next year.
Well, this year made a big difference spring ball and then summer camp,
right.
And the same will be true next year. We don't have any of that in 2020, right. And so hopefully, that's how you gain snaps, getting some scrimmages out there and stuff like that. So hopefully, we'll see 2022 be a full year like 2021 is going to be.
It's been good. It's been a rough one for us, but it's been good. We've got we didn't get all our games in again, but it's stuff bit us again. So hopefully all that stuff is gone, and next year it'll all change. We won't miss nothing.
Yep, we sincerely hope so. The Anderson County team is out here. By the way, I counted up the roster list that sent to us earlier. It was 2 pages, it's small print and stuff like that. I counted 83 names on the Anderson County.
They got a bunch of kids, Davies. They do a great job over here, and these kids have different areas they can come from, and he makes the best side out of them. Who a lot of them out there, and a lot of them gets playing time.
Indeed, they do. And it's a good coaching staff. Coach Williams back over here again. He'd been on the Highlander staff, I think, the last 4 or 5 years. And sort of a fun guy to be around. He's very intense during games, very intense. Yeah. But after a game or through the week, he's a sort of a hoot to be around. Now the Highlanders are starting to work their way. Their locker room is back up at school at the gym. Yeah. So it's a little further away than the field house here for the Highlanders. And when you see the Highlanders start to work their way back here. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I am down here on the track with Coach Terry, and I'm already out of breath. Coach, anything that makes you different in the second set? No, we're going to get a little bigger in our sets. Kind of go between the tackles a little more. Maybe go back to a few more screens. Defensively, a little more too high. A little less stunting probably from a blitz standpoint. Other than that, they're exactly who we thought they were. They're executing at a high rate. Making plays. Hats off to them. They came out ready to play. And we got to do a better job taking care of the football. Coach, thank you for talking with us. Hope to talk to you after the ball game.
And our thanks to, once again, Highlander head coach Josh Terry for giving us that opportunity to speak with him prior to the start of the second half. And so they're now a big part of our broadcast, and I appreciate them for that.
Oh, yeah, that's good that they have the opportunity, and Ace can get down and talk to him and stuff. Here it's a long way.
It's a long way down and a long way up.
It's a lot of steps you got to climb up to too. So,
but we haven't been. Last time that we really played Anderson County was back in 2008, and at that point in time we were also in the same region together at that time. And so, if you hadn't been here in those ensuing years, Anderson County's put down the artificial turf field. Also, this year, brand new, they've got a jumbotron. Yeah. And what's so unique is all the bleachers are on one side, the home side here in Anderson County, and they put the jumbotron straight across the field on the 50-yard line. And we're sitting there looking at it right now. I said, I think a little bit through the fourth quarter, said, No. I was doing it too, trying to look at the scoreboard, look at the clock there.
Yeah.
But it's on the Jumbotron straight across the field from us right there. It's just a matter of getting used to that.
That and their light show and their fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
We used to have the fireworks at home. But
And that's because of Russ Gillum,
right.
His relationship with a former employer in Campbell County up there. And he did that for us. And throughout the course of the season, they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger until your last game. And I can imagine what the playoff at here next week, because it's pretty well given, I think, that Anderson County will host Seymour next week.
Oh, okay.
And then E-Town, it would be Elizabeth in 2 weeks henceforth from tonight if they take care of business next week.
Yeah,
so
it's, you look forward and you get snake bit sometimes when you look forward about
you do it, can you?
Play, you can do it, especially when you get in playoff time.
Indeed, and I did not realize it, but I think the 2 times that Annie's played Elizabeth, and here they have beat Betsy.
I can't remember. I've seen the games, but I can't remember.
I think they have. So that's the difference there like that.
Yeah.
Woody, thank you. We'll check back in with you at the end of the game. This will also be our final regular season football game tonight, as the Highlanders are taking on Anderson County. But Anderson with a very comfortable 31-0 lead over the Highlanders at halftime.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Welcome back to Highlander football from Anderson County High School. The home team Mavericks leading 31-0 over the Highlanders, now kicking off to the Highlanders. Again, they'll be kicking left to right as you look at your radio or television dial. Rylan Griffith deep for the Highlanders. The ball on the far hash, and that's pretty much where Chris Nelson has kicked throughout the course of the game. This one again will go down the hash. It's going to be fielded by Griffith at the 6-yard line. Looks for some blockers in front. Now tries to come back. Ducks under one. Gets to the 20-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10 Highlanders at our own 20-yard line. And if they actually move the ball ahead just enough that officially it would be at the 21-yard line, and that's not me. That's the official scorekeeper here at AC setting that standard for us. As the Highlanders approach the line of scrimmage, Rylan Griffith will be the receiver splitting to the right. Alvin Whaley, the receiver to the left. We'll keep a tight end on the left. That'll be Colton Newport. We've got 2 backs in the backfield and Luke Boland at quarterback. The handoff, that's Van Hook fighting for yardage, gets back to the 20-yard line, so that's going to be a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Highlanders. You didn't go all the way down to the school in their dressing room, did you? Okay. Just catch your breath there. It'll be 2nd down now for the Highlanders. Underway in the third quarter of play. Anderson County, the comfortable lead right now. AC 31, Highlanders 0. The Highlanders come to the line of scrimmage. We'll have a tight end on the right side. Receiver split each side, 2 backs in the backfield. Van Hook, the deep back. They hand it to him, has some running room, out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Highlanders will get about 6 yards on that carry, bringing up now 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for the Highlanders. Highlanders quickly from a huddle to the line of scrimmage. This time tight end to the left side, the running backs to the right side. Running a check, looking to the sideline. Now the Highlanders have the play. High snap, pulled down by Boland. Handoff to Van Hook, fighting for yardage out to the 28, maybe the 28.5-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down for the Highlanders, and 4th and 2 yards, 4th and 2. Spot the ball just shy of the 29-yard line. Coach Terry does not hesitate. Highlanders going for it on 4th down. Tight end right side, running backs right side. Bowling stands up, looks to the sideline as they do a check with Coach Terry and Coach Fletcher along the sideline.
Look for a sellout.
10 seconds now on the play clock.
Look for the sellout.
The Highlanders look again. Play clock down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And I think Coach Terry just asked for a timeout. So with a timeout taken by the Highlanders, let's join the teams during this break. Anderson County 31, Highlanders 0. We'll take this short 30-second break and be back with the ensuing play by the Highlanders.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it.
As we come back from the Highlander timeout, Coach Terry wanted to think about it a little bit. Hugo Henry will be punting for the Highlanders tonight.
Different snapper.
Had difficulty on the snap earlier at Anderson County safety, and looks like Coach has changed his mind and now has decided that he will bring his punt unit onto the field.
And the long snapper right now is going to be Colton Newport.
And during the timeout, he at least got a chance to go over and practice a few snaps to Henry. Play, high snap, pulled down by Henry. Got the punt away, sails end over end to the right side. Huge roll for the Highlanders on that little rugby-style kick. Rolling inside the Anderson County 30 down
25.
to the 26-yard line.
I believe they made it to the 25, brother.
Okay.
All the way down.
First and 10 for Anderson County. They'll start the second half with number 2, Cody Miller at quarterback. As they come from the sideline to the line of scrimmage, they'll have twins left, twins right. They keep Gavin Noe, the running back, lining up just behind Miller. On our defense, it's a 4-2 or a 4-3 look. It depends on how you look at it, how we defend the 4 wideouts. Moves to the left. Miller had trouble with a bobble. Quick pass outside and a nice tackle after a gain of about 5 to the 30-yard line.
He marked it on the 31, I believe.
The flip gained an extra yard that time for Anderson County.
Yeah.
Second down 4. Second and 4. Trips to the right. One receiver left. Highlanders need to shave, I think, a safety over this way a little bit more, and we do now. Miller and Noe looking to the sideline. I think the play was already set. They didn't change much. The handoff to Noe. Noe into the middle of the line. Fighting for the first down, has first down yardage before a bunch of white shirts will tackle him at the 40-yard line. First down for AC. In the third quarter, the clock all the way down to 7 minutes, 24 seconds now. Actually, 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, we got to remember it's just a 31-point lead, so there ain't none of the constant running clock. Highlanders got to keep AC out of the end zone.
Had the first possession this quarter. Now AC on their first possession. Low snap. Miller has to pick up the ball, and his pass outside is too tall. He intended that for Anthony White.
I have a feeling that young quarterback right there, being a freshman another season or two, he's going to be a outstanding quarterback.
I think so.
Yeah, we're up there at the morgue today, bro.
It's the snap going to Miller. Miller rolls to the right, moving the pocket. Long pass downfield, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. Getting a
Good
hand
coverage.
in defensively was Rylan Grid. Nolan Cotton. Nolan Cotton on the coverage. Brings up 3rd and 10 now for Anderson County. Clock stopped with 7:06, 7 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Anderson County, the home team with the lead, 31-0 over visiting Highlanders in the final regular season game for both teams. Now, in the backfield, number 18 for Anderson County, that is Nick Moog. He's there in the backfield. Miller stays at quarterback. Miller wants to throw the pass in screen, caught by the receiver and pulled down. That's enough for a first down. Reception by Garrison Terry, number 15. It gives AC their second first down on this possession, taking them into Highlander territory at the Highlander 49-yard line. Miller stands up, looks to the sideline, gets a check with the AC offense. Looking at the Highlander defense, Miller has the snap. Drops, wants to throw the ball up the right sideline. Wide open. The reception good at the 20-yard line, and then stumbling and falling out of bounds. The receiver, Garrison Terry. Huge pass play for Anderson County. Looks like he stepped out of bounds at the Highlander 13-yard line. That gives Anderson County 1st and 10 at the Highlander 13. Clock running, 6 minutes, 25 seconds to go. I'm not sure the clock should have been running, but as I thought he went out of bounds, but maybe he stumbled and fell before he went out of bounds. Anderson County sort of with a full house backfield. They've got 2 up backs and a deep back. Run the Wildcat in the middle of the field and taken down. That carry was by Anthony White. White's knee went down at about the Highlander 8-yard line. Long 4. Second down and 5+ a foot or so for Anderson County. They keep White at the QB position and sort of the Wildcat. He has it. Rolls to the left side, has blockers out in front of him, and he'll stiff arm into the end zone for the touchdown. That will be an 8-yard touchdown run for Anthony White.
5:32 to go in the third period of this ball game. Anderson County ups the score to 37-0 with an opportunity for one more.
I'm not sure this is the same kicker that started extra points. Very well may be. But I'll have to wait till he turns back so I can see his number. The placement, this kick is up, and that one is good.
Six is the holder. Who kicked it? 3. West kicked it.
I don't know who kicked it, but anyway, they made the point after kick, and with that point after, it's Anderson County now leading our Highlanders 38-0. Let's take this quick 30-second timeout, and we'll be back for the ensuing Anderson County kickoff.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Back in Anderson County High School, the Mavericks, after their touchdown and extra point, kicking off to the Highlanders with 5 minutes, 32 seconds left in the third quarter. This will now be the mercy rule in effect as the clock will continue to run until the Highlanders can cut the deficit less than 35 points. 38-0 Anderson County. The kick was fumbled back there and then picked up by Will Young and might have got out to the 15-yard line where the Highlanders will have it 1st and 10. I think the dog's name is Sadie that goes out and picks up the and brings it back.
She's good at it.
She certainly is. First and 10 Highlanders looking to the sideline, getting the play from Coach Terry. It looks like we'll have 2 receivers. Griffith will be the receiver on the right. I'm sorry, somebody else. Young out there on the right. Now he moves to the running back position. 2 receivers to the left. Bowling will move and roll the pocket to the left. Wants to throw the out. And diving forward, Riley Griffith could not hold on.
Good defensive play.
2nd down, 10 Highlanders. Highlanders looking to the sideline, getting the play on 2nd down. Looks like Quayle will. And both Griffiths will stay as twins to the left. The Highlanders will line up a tight end back on the right side. That's Newport. They've got an up back and a deep back in Will Young. The handoff, it goes to Young. Tries to find running room. Powers across the 20 to the 21-yard line. That will leave a more manageable 3rd down and 4 Highlanders. Highlanders, as they are wont to do, looking to the sideline to get the play. This time Griffith will move to the right while he stays on the left side of the Highlander formation with the ball across the field on the Highlander pad. Hand off to Young again, tries to find and fight for running room. Gets to maybe the 23-yard line. That will be short of a 1st down by 2 yards. It's 4th and 2. Looking to see what the Highlanders will do. They'll send Cannon Van Hook onto the field. And Coach Terry making the decision to go for it on 4th down. 4th down and 2 Highlanders. Play clock at 20 seconds. Bowling the quarterback. Has Van Hook beside him. Hands off to Van Hook. Tries to fight for yardage, and he'll lose 1. And on 4th down, the Highlanders will turn the ball over to the home team Mavericks.
Over on down to 2:52 left to go in the 3rd period.
Ball at the 22-yard line of the Highlanders. Now, Anderson County, let's see what they've got. They've got another running back. Cody Miller is still the quarterback. A handoff running the jet sweep coming to the right side. West picks up 5-10 yards. Zeke West inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. For the Mavericks, that will bring up 2 yards. I just noticed we've been looking over there at the Jumbotron. They put up
replays.
Well, no, they put up who the player was.
Oh, yeah.
Ball carrier stuff, yeah. First time. Maybe they've not done it any tonight. I just happened to notice it that time. Anderson County with twin side now in motion through the backfield. They try to run a sweep out to the left side. Had some running room. Pass the linebackers. Headed to the sideline, and that's going to be a touchdown. That will cover 14 yards. And on that carry, that was Jason Horton.
1:26 to go in the 3rd period. Anderson County gets in again. I think I heard somebody say that was that ball carrier's first touchdown as a Maverick.
He's a freshman.
Yeah, Caleb Livingston. No, wait a minute. I'm showing him as a 12th grader.
No. Yeah. Well, there's two 48s there. Which is which?
248.
Yep.
There is.
It was Livingston is what they say up here in the press box, and that kick was up and good and in. That's number 21 doing the extra point kicks the last 2 times for the Anderson County Mavericks. So Anderson County with a touchdown score, the extra point kick. They have the super commanding lead over the Highlanders right at 45-38. We'll step aside for this break and be back with the final 30 seconds of the third quarter after this message.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
The extra point attempt, Tyler Radcliffe punched that through for Anderson County, and with that, the Mavericks leading our Highlanders 45-0 with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter of play. Anderson County once again to kick off. Chris Nelson drives it up the hash. It's going to be on the bounce. Goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Highlanders will start at our own 20-yard line.
Part of your puzzle from a while ago, right now in the fourth quarter, Fulton leads Carter 24-8.
Well, after the game, we'll look at that a little bit here, as we'll see based on my chart right here. Who'll be the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds coming out of Region 2 next week. Highlanders have the ball first and 10, starting at our 20-yard line. We've had 2 previous possessions in the second half. The first one ended in a punt, and the last one on downs at our own 22-yard line. Luke Bowen gone all the way to quarterback. Turns a little stretch handoff. It goes to Young. Tries to find some running room. Thrown down at about the 30-yard line. That'll be a First National Bank first down for the Highlanders. And that is the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play from Anderson County High School, the home team Mavericks have the comfortable 45-0 lead. Let's take you back to your IHSN studios for this break. When we come back in 30 seconds, we'll have the final fourth quarter coming your way.
Scenic Foods is about freshness. With meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables. And of course, a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings. As well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back. We begin the fourth quarter. It is Highlander football. We have it 1st and 10 at our own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Highlanders. We picked up a first down on that last play for the Highlanders. We only have 6 first downs in the game. Anderson County probably doubling or tripling that in terms of first downs. Luke Bowen from the shotgun turns, hands off to Young, gets outside, broke a tackle, has some running room up the sideline, has another first down, 2 in a row for the Highlanders. As
16 yards, yeah.
There's a flag way back there, though. The referee has already said first down and
face mask.
No, it's way back there at the inside the 25-yard line.
I see it, but he made a face mask motion.
Okay.
And it was Will out there with a couple of defenders, wasn't it? Let's see. Face mask.
It is a face mask. Yeah. That will be added to the end of the run, which is the incidental 5-yard variety. Takes the ball now into AC territory at the Anderson County 49-yard line. It's still a first down for the Highlanders, and a good run that time by Will Young. The Highlanders quickly to the line of scrimmage, trying to draw the Mavericks off. Cannon Van Hook now in the backfield. Lining up to the right-hand side of Bowling. The handoff, Van Hook has some running room. 5 yards, now 7 yards off the left side.
Yeah, Cannon will not go down easy.
From the Maverick 43-yard line, it is 2nd down and 4 for the Highlanders. Highlanders looking to Coach Terry for the play. Continuous running clock all the way through the 4th quarter. Out and play, the receiver split to the right side. The slot receiver inside of him is Colton Newport. The Highlanders have 2 receivers to the left. Looks like Hugo Henry and Rylan Griffith. Bowling with the snap. Gives it to Van Hook. Fighting, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. It'll still be 4 yards to go for the Highlanders, but now it's 3rd down and 4. Less than 10 minutes remaining in this football contest. The regular season game for both teams. As the Highlanders come to the line of scrimmage, again, we go 2 by each side. Bowling at quarterback. Does the check to the Highlander sideline. Gets the play real quick, and the Highlanders back ready to run the play. The handoff, running room on the left side, that'll be
first down.
Will Young, and
that's going to be close.
It'll be close. I think from where the side judge is walking in, the referee says first down Highlanders. And don't forget our first down sponsor, First National Bank, being our first down sponsor, and they also sponsor our player of the game at the conclusion of each Highlander contest. Nine minutes and running. Bolden takes the Highlanders to the line of scrimmage. Will Young stays on the field, running back in motion. That's Griffith through the backfield. The handoff to Young straight ahead, picks up 2 tough yards down to about the 37-yard line of Anderson County. 2nd down upcoming for the Highlanders. Actually, they spot the ball at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, a little bit more than what I first thought. It would be nice for the Highlanders to be able to punch it and get it in the scoreboard. Yeah. Well, we've not had any real scoring threats. We did have the missed field goal in the first half.
Yeah, and then we had moved the ball fairly well the first couple of possessions. Fumbles seemed to interrupt those.
In motion, again behind the quarterback. That's Griffith.
Right over here. Look out.
Come back hot screen and boom. Anderson County read that real well as that corner comes up and meets Rylan Griffith right at the catch. That was number 20. That was Waylon LaRue for Anderson County.
And, the way he tackled him, shoulder, he could have smashed him really bad.
Mm-hmm. The loss back to the Anderson County 40-yard line. It's 3rd down and 11 now for the Highlanders. We tried to set that play up the previous play by sending Griffith in motion, something we have not done the entire season. Now the Highlanders will go trips left, tight end on the right side. Here comes Griffith in motion again through the backfield, reverses back out.
Go back.
They run a swing pass out to him, got a block on the edge, and that was very close to a block in the back.
Absolutely lost.
Another 6 yards on that. That'll bring up 4th down for the Highlanders, and 17 yards to go. 4th and 17. We see Henry come onto the field. I guess he was on the field. He stays on the field and drops into punt formation. The Highlanders will go 3 wide right. Those will be the gunners on this punt. High snap, rugby-style kick as Henry gets the ball away out of bounds. Fielded by the Anderson County returner. Ball came out, and go get the ball, guys. Pick it up.
No, he done blew it. He threw the beanbag just to spot the ball.
Guys over here said that it was a fair catch. Anyway, the Highlanders punt. That's the most important thing. And Anderson County starts at their 24-yard line, 1st and 10. New quarterback now.
Bunch of young kids, yep.
Trent Strickland, a freshman. Oh, that's not him. Number 16 there at quarterback. That's Andrew. Well, 16's the running back. He has the ball now trying to sweep the left. Runs into a couple of Highlanders and fights for additional yardage. Picked up 5 with 2 Highlanders riding his back.
Going to pick up 9 yards on that carry.
You know, the quarterback is Strickland, number 19. Second down and 2 to go for the Mavericks. 2nd and 2. Game clock at 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Excuse me. Got a little bit of a cold here this week, but it is Strickland the handoff, driving ahead. That was Meyer again, and he works his way for a first down. First and 10, Anderson County. I got a feeling that Coach Gillum will keep it all on the ground on this offensive series.
He's got a young group in there, and the
clock is running. It's in his favor.
Don't think it's going to do him any good to throw the ball.
This is Strickland, the handoff, trying to find running room, and does on the right wing.
Oh, he going
breaks past the Highlander cornerbacks, still driving people downfield, and we can't tackle him. He went 20 yards at least with Ryland Griffith holding on to him. I think trying to strip the ball.
He was trying to strip the ball
more than make the tackle. Down to the Highlander 20-yard line. Big play by
I can't
Anderson
count
County.
that high. It had to be a long way.
That carry was Porter Lacey. Or Luke Hensley, 1. Now, Anderson County's got several players here with duplicate numbers. So it's hard on the announcer not to know those players down there on the field. So I guess I just spout out whichever number I come across first, the name with the number. The handoff into the middle, and the Highlander defensive line will hold that to a gain of 1. The handoff again to Lacey. And I'm just copying the PA announcer that time. 2nd down. The Mavericks turn. They look to the Highlander sideline. You got Coach Gillum, you got Coach Williams, and you got Coach Russ Gillum, who signals the the offensive line. He makes a call for them. Strickland from the shotgun, the handoff. The ball comes out. I saw that one fly out there, and it's still on the ground, and I'm thinking that maybe the Highlanders have it, but no signal from the referee. And nope, Highlanders get it back on the fumble recovery.
Zane Henry was able to get a good arm position on that ball carry and get them apart. The ball went to the ground.
From the Highlander 15-yard line.
I don't see how they could get it. There was 4 or 5 red shirts in there.
2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the game. Continuous running clock via the mercy rule. The Highlanders will see if they can pick up a first down or 2 here on this possession. Luke Boland gone all the way at quarterback, the sophomore. The handoff into the middle. That's Van Hook fighting for running room. Broke a tackle across the 25, across the 30, 35 out there near the 39. I was going to actually the side judge is going to say the 40-yard line. So First National Bank first down for Cannon Van Hook. Highlanders quickly to the line of scrimmage trying to run this play with 90 seconds remaining. The handoff to Van Hook again. This time Cannon. He's going to be caught.
You can't come outside.
Didn't follow the blocking very well. I don't know that he had anything in the line, but as he tries to bounce it outside.
He wouldn't have lost.
Yeah. the Mavericks are right there to handle that, throwing for a loss back to the 37-yard line, the Highlander 37-yard line. A loss of 3.
1 minute to go in this
Second
ball
down,
game.
13. Bowling from the shotgun, waits on the snap. The handoff this time to Will Young. Young fights back to the 41-yard line. So a gain of 4. It'll bring up 4th down for the Highlanders. And honestly, the Highlanders do not have to run another play if coach decides not to. Might as well run to the line of scrimmage, however, and they're going to try to get one final play off. It's Will Young in the backfield to the left and slightly behind Bowling and quarterback. And they wanted to run a read option that time, and Young just took it away from him and runs out of bounds for a first down. That's one thing that you can count on, is that the Highlanders get a First National Bank first down, but with 3 seconds to go, will not be able to get back to the line of scrimmage to run another play, and that is the ball game from Anderson County High School, as the Anderson County Mavericks have a 45-0 win over our Scott Highlanders. They did that on a 14-point run in the first quarter, 17-point run in the second quarter, and a 14-point run in the third and fourth quarters. Actually, it all came in the third quarter, as it was no score between either team there in the fourth quarter. So
had gifted 4 points, 2 safeties, which isn't that much of that total. But
no, but you then have to remember, we had to kick off from on 20-yard line off those 2 safeties.
Good field position.
Gave them really good field position, and I'd have to go back and look at my drive chart and everything else to see for sure. But I want to say that Anderson County may have scored on both of those. And, I mean, it's just it's a matter of inches, and sometimes it's a matter of yards. Woody and I talked about it at halftime. When things sort of turned wrong for us there, it involved those 2 safeties. It was like last week at Gatlinburg-Pittman when they had all the returns, kickoff returns, the block punt for a touchdown. I mean, that got the ball rolling down the hill in such a way as it was tonight that we were just not able to recover offensively and find some way to score. We're going to do a lot of things in our Highlander postgame wrap-up right here. We're going to recap the scoring. Woody's got our stats. We know all that stuff's coming your way. H, I'm going to have him look up some games here and mark winners and losers so I can follow these games right here. And so
we can may still have a few of them going on. We'll have to look and see.
Could possibly be. Final score from Anderson County. The home team Mavericks 45, our Highlanders 0. I can tell you one thing, Anderson County will be the 1 seed, and next year at Anderson County High School next week, they will host Seymour, the Eagles. So we know that for sure. After when we come back, we'll also take a look at our First National Bank Player of the Game. We've got a committee. I'm not part of that committee, and they'll select our player of the game. We'll do all that and more after this extended break. Greg, if you would, please, let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back here with the first segment of our Highlander postgame after these messages from tonight's sponsors on the IH Sports Network.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC. Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Throughout the course of the season, First National Bank, besides being our first town sponsor, also sponsored a player of the game. At the conclusion of each game, we've awarded a player of the game. And I'll go back and start and tell you who our players of the game have been throughout the course of the season before telling you our player of the game tonight. Very first game down in Coalfield, it was Melvin Cotton. Against South Doyle, it was Brady Strunk. At Pigeon Forge, it was Phoenix Norris. Against Gibbs, it was Luke Bowen. Against Clay County, it was Will Russ. Against Fulton, it was Zane Henry. At Gatlinburg Pittman last week, it was Cannon Van Hook with a couple of touchdown scores and over 100 yards rushing. And tonight, our First National Bank player of the game is Cole Tucker. Cole, a 4-year member of the Highlander football team. Last year, he was an honorable mention lineman, and he's the son of Greg and Crystal Lettner of Oneida. And I'll just lead right into that to once again quickly mention our seniors this year. If you know them, see them out someplace, pat them on the back and tell them that you think they have done a very fine job this year. The seniors include Zane Henry, Phoenix Norris, who unfortunately ended the season with a leg injury and missed the last 2 games. Jacob Reese, Skylar Smith, who got injured 4 games ago and had to miss these final 4 games, which effectively ended his career earlier. Then Gavin Terry, G-A-V-E-N Terry, who had been on the football team for 2 years. Cole Tucker, we just mentioned as player of the game, and Cannon Van Hook. So once again, we thank those seniors for being part of the Highlander program, and most of them for 4 years. That's the Highlander 2021 senior. Before I forget also, we've still got our scoring summary to go over. We've still got Woody coming in here with the stats, but I want to mention the folks on the IH Sports Network who make these broadcasts possible. Since we could not broadcast a video tonight, we did not get a chance really to talk with Sam Cromer and Parker, normally our director and our camera person. Also, Ben Garrett, our producer on the IH Sports Network. I don't want to forget him. Also, Greg Bond. He's our technical assistant. He's working for us tonight, as a matter of fact, sitting back in Scott County monitoring our broadcast. And the Highlander crew down here at Anderson County includes, of course, H.L. Keaton with his analysis, Woody Keaton on our stats, and Scott Seabold, who does our defensive stats for us. So we've been fortunate to have these guys around all through the course of the year. coming in and out and trying to make it work during our first season of the IH Sports Network. And it's been a little rough at times. Some games have been perfect. Some games have not been so well. But we're getting better, and we look forward to bringing you coverage of Highlander basketball this winter on the IH Sports Network. And the Highlander schedule is out now. I think the first Highlander basketball game is November 16th. So a couple weeks off before we jump into basketball. And we'll do a few of those games, maybe more than a few, as the course of the season goes on. And it's a very aggressive Highlander basketball schedule that coaches Jeffers and Wright worked up this year. Very aggressive schedule there like that. Who's going to take the canopy down?
It's down. It's stood up right there.
As long as we don't forget it. That's exactly right, man. You know, I even forgot where we parked at. I had to go park someplace else. So that'll be our first obstacle, is finding out where we parked at right there. Now let's look at the scoring summary here, first of all. First score of the evening was by Anderson County's Cody Miller on a 10-yard touchdown pass to Zach Shannon. The Josh Valero point after kick made it 7-0. Then with no time left on the clock at the end of the first quarter, Gavin Noe on a 46-yard touchdown run, and the Valero point after kick was 14-0 at that point. Then two things happened for down on the field. The Highlanders trying to punt. Is a bad snap, rolled around in the end zone, went out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Man, that was bad of me. I wrote down touchback on my sheet, but it was definitely a safety, wasn't it? As we move along here, that made it 16-0. On the next Highlander possession, Anderson County, they stuffed us into the end zone for another safety, two safeties in a row, and that made the score Anderson County 18, Highlanders 0. With 4:18 to go in the first half, Nick Moog breaks free on a 41-yard touchdown run. The Valero point after kick gave Anderson County a 25-0 lead, and then with just a minute 40 to go in the first half, Cody Miller this time throws a 21-yard scoring pass to Zach Shannon, her second pass and touchdown connection of the night. Valero's point after was good. It's 31-0 at halftime. Anderson County comfortable lead in this region matchup. The only scores of the second half came in the third quarter. One of those on an Anthony White 8-yard run, and Tyler Radcliffe converted the point after kick for Anderson County. It was 38-0 with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then with 3 seconds left in the third quarter, Caleb Livingston on a 14-yard scoring run. The Radcliffe point after kick made it 45-0, and that's the way the game ended, with Anderson County on top, 45-0 over our visiting Scott Highlanders. The Highlander overall record will end up being 1-8 on the season. We are 0-4, I believe, in the region. We did not play the Carter game because the Highlanders in COVID protocol that week. For Anderson County, they have evened their overall record to 5 wins, 5 losses, and in Region 4, they are a perfect 5-0. They all 5 of the wins against region opponents, the 4 losses against non-region opponents. We know right now that they are the number 1 seed coming out of Region 2 4A football. H is working to find some scores here so that we can tell you the basically the 1 through 4 seeds next week. He's working on that. And while he does that, Woody, why don't you just go ahead and talk to us about any stats you want? Oh, I got an idea. It's on 1 or 2 of these jackets right here, I think. We got to get a headset hooked up here because of space limitations. I couldn't get enough space to hook up a lot of headsets and so forth. But just bear with us here, and that's part of the production, especially when they send me out as the engineer on a week-to-week basis to try to get everybody hooked up there. And let's see here. Let me get you over here, Woody. Get that plugged in. Get that plugged in.
Hey,
it's
good.
this up to there. There we go.
There we go. And pretty good producer over there.
Well, you know, I mean, I have to do it on the fly, but I mean, thanks to you guys, you gave me the best chair here. It's got
Look
the
pretty
arms
good.
on it. You know, it's
Remember poor Scott had stand.
well, I apologize for that.
Let me ask this small question.
Yes,
Okay,
go
Is
ahead.
it possible that Greenville and Granger could both have been off tonight?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's why I can't find them then. It's 15 minutes trying to find them guys.
That's
He should ask you, shouldn't he?
That's why it's possible right here.
He should
let's
ask
see.
you.
They've already 10-0, and you said Granger. They've already played 10 games.
Should ask you, shouldn't he? You wouldn't have to look at all that.
Yep. I mean, I looked at all that stuff. Probably
I'm
this
double
yesterday.
sure about them, though. Anyway.
Okay. Well,
He's double checking you, making sure on there.
there you go. There you go, Woody. To your side of the table, please, and we'll look at our end of the game stats.
All right. Avondale had 10 carries for 102 yards and a touchdown. Miller had 1 for 9. Anthony White had 6 for 32 and a touchdown. Nick Moats had 2 for 56 and a touchdown. Terry had 1 for 9. Zeke West had 1 for 8. Livingston had 1 for 14 and a touchdown. Miller had 2 for 11. And Lacey had 2 for 46. They rushed the ball 26 times, 287 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Miller was 10 out of 17, 2 touchdowns, 138 yards, total offense of 425. For the Highlanders rushing, William Young had 15 carries for 73 yards. Kenan Van Hook had 15 carries for 47 yards. We rushed the ball 30 times, 120 yards. Luke was 7 out of 10 for 33 yards. Total offense for 153. Young had 1 for 23. Whaley had 1 for 7 receiving. Van Hook had 1 for 4. Griffith had 4 for -1.
As you can see, the Highlanders definitely struggled offensively tonight. And Woody and I talked about at halftime. I talked a little bit about H in the second half. It was those 2 back-to-back safeties for the Highlanders. I think that they got that big rock rolling downhill, and we just couldn't recover from it.
After the first one, they did go down and score a touchdown. The second one, I think they may have coughed the ball up. I glanced at briefly, but
well, I agree with that. Let's go ahead and let's take another extended break. Greg, if you would, please. This will be a 2-minute break. We'll work on some final information here. Woody will be back. He'll give us our defensive stats when we come back. And then, HL, I think we'll be finished with the seedings for next week's first-round playoff games between Region 1 and Region 2. We'll get to all that and more. Final score from Anderson County tonight, the Mavericks 45, or Highlanders 0.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Life is about choices. When it comes to your internet service provider, you've got a choice. Telepage. Telepage is internet service provided by local people you know and trust. Different service plans are available, tailored to provide speeds that fit your everyday needs. Telepage now offers fiber internet in select areas, with plans starting as low as $45.41 per month. Speeds up to 1 gig are available. Call 423-569-8595 for more information. That's Telepage, located at 258 South Main Street in Oneida. Visit telepage.net. A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Already had 3 wins, but.
Welcome back into Highlander football, our post-game wrap-up on the IH Sports Network. Let's see if we can turn it to Woody's side of the table once again. And Woody, let's look at our defensive tackle summary, please.
All right, look at Cotton had 7. He had a fumble recovery. Whalen had 2. Van Hook had 4. And that last recovery, I think Van Hook got it. I couldn't tell who came off the ground with the ball. Griffith had 4. Terry had 1. Russ had 2. Young had 4. Carroll had 4. Zane had 3. Crabtree had 1. Lloyd had 4. Tucker had 1. And Furry had 2. But, look, Cole went there, just, one tackle, but what he's done and stuff, that's what we decided, was his game of the week.
It's the whole stroke of his whole work. Right. Our player of the game, First National Bank player of the game.
Right.
I'm trying to put pieces together out here. Out of Region 1, this is the way we think that they have finished up over there. Greenville had already completed their regular schedule. They're the 1 seed. Elizabethton, I think already had the 2 seed locked up, but they won tonight, and that will give them the 2 seed. Volunteer won tonight. They'll have the 3 seed. And Seymour will be the 4 seed coming out of Region 1. Now, next week, first round of playoffs begin, and the 1 seed out of Region 2, that's the district that the Highlanders and Anderson County are in. Anderson County already had it locked up. They'll be 5-0 in the region, and they will be the 1 seed hosting Seymour next week. Let's see. If Carter lost to Fulton, the Hornets are 3rd. And that's what they did. They lost to Fulton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that makes Carter 3rd. The 2 seed is South Doyle, I think.
Well, no, Carter was the 2.
Let me read this right here.
Okay.
If Fulton loses to Carter, they did not, and South Doyle defeats Gibbs, which they did, South Doyle is 3rd. Well, Fulton didn't lose to Carter. If Gibbs defeats South Doyle, which they didn't, they're 4th, and South Doyle is eliminated. So it looks like Anderson County, Carter, South Doyle, and Fulton will be the teams seeded for the playoffs. It looks like Anderson County will be 1. Carter will be probably 2, South Doyle 3, and Fulton 4. It may be reversed between Carter and South Doyle. I don't know.
Well, we're going to have, Anderson County's going to have 4 wins, and
Anderson County's got 5.
Well, I'm talking about region wins.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, after tonight, yeah.
Carter's got 3.
That's right.
South Doyle's got 3.
South Doyle will
have 3.
That's right.
So you have to look at the scenarios there, and while they're written down right here for me, it's still too hard to figure out. Only thing I know is 1 week from tonight, all playoff games begin at 7 o'clock at the higher seeded team. Out of our district, the 2 higher seeded teams will play at home. The 2 higher seeded teams in Region 1, Greenville and Elizabethton, they'll play at home. So somebody gets to go up there and take on Betsy and the Devils.
Well, and another thing too, Rick, we were talking to Coach Gillum down on the field, and Davey told us, if he sort of expected Seymour maybe next week. Don't know how he's psychic,
but they were already sort of locked in at 4 no matter what.
But the following week, he did tell us that Betsy would be coming in here.
Yeah.
So
if AC wins next week, as the people here in the press box told me before the game, if we take care of business, and as Woody said at halftime, you have to remember you can't look past another team at playoff time. You have to take care of your own business.
You surely do. But if you go with your gut feelings,
yeah,
and we all see more in a few years, boys. I mean
they're doing great from what.
You got to congratulate that program. They were over last year, right?
Exactly,
and they're back in the playoffs this year.
Yep.
So, and having a bad year when you think about that, it can get better.
Sure it can. And our congratulations to each one of the teams making the playoffs, and especially teams out of Region 2. Yeah, our teams in Region 2. We would like to and hope that quite possibly, we can run the table there and win all those first round games next week.
And we want a state champion coming out of that because it'll break the streak if it don't.
That's right.
Well, you go back the last 2 years, it's been Elizabethton winning the state championship. 2 years before that, it was Greenville. Of course, we were in 3A ball at that time, but now we're in 4A ball. But that's the way it worked out. And then there's Alcoa going for a 3A, championship again. So, that's just the way it goes, fellas. They're like that. Hey, you guys want to say any final, where you're looking at a score or anything? Want to say any final thing before we clear out of here tonight?
It's been rough. I want to congratulate all the kids, what they've done all year long. It's been rough on everybody, coaching staff, everybody, but they played their hearts out. I want to congratulate the coaches for what they've done. It's pretty thin. It's been as thin as we've had in coaches, in many, many, many years. So I want to thank the kids and thank the parents too for taking their kids, bringing their kids to practice, being there at the games, grandparents, all. We've had good followings no matter where we go. When we was at GP, we had a good group of kids. So I want to congratulate the whole football team, coaches, and the kids.
Indeed.
Hey guys, I feel kind of bad for some of the kids that have got hurt. The Schylers, the Phoenixes, the Brady missing the last couple of games. But I've been around those guys about every day, for quite a period of time, and I've sat and talked with them, and I think I know a little bit about them. They may know too much about me, but this is a good bunch of people, and I can always say this: the seniors. I know I've got me another group of Highlander friends that I've got from now on.
Indeed,
exactly.
Indeed, we do have. As we said, thanks to the Highlander coaching staff, and I cannot express enough how much time and attention they give to us and never kick us out of the room. So it's good for them. Once again, for the folks, our producer, Ben Gary with the IH Sports Network, for our technical advisor, Greg Bond. I can say your name because you're back in Scott County, so you'll get home before we do. For Sam Cross and Cameron Parker, our director and cameraman most of the year, our thanks to them through the course of the season. I couldn't do it without my guys here in the Highlander group, Scott Seabolt, Woody Keaton, H.L. Keaton, and myself, Rick Keaton. That's it for Highlander football tonight as the Highlanders fall on the road to Anderson County. The final score was 45-0. Anderson County with the win. Playoffs start next week. If you follow high school football playoffs, all games begin at 7 p.m. local time. So that's it for our coverage of Highlander football this season. We'll see you on the basketball trail coming up in just the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we send it back to our studios for these final messages. And we're out of here tonight, folks. We'll see you coming up in the basketball season.
Tonight's game is produced by the IH Sports Network. No part of the audio or video from tonight's game may be redistributed or retransmitted without the express written consent of the IH Sports Network and Liberty Press Incorporated. The IH Sports Network's first commitment is to the student athletes of our community, their families, and their coaches. Find us online at ihsports.net.